All right, so this video is going to show you how you can modify the Google slide presentation. I just happened to pick Lucas's and I made a copy of it, as you can see up here. So that way I'm not changing his work. But you have the slides over here. So if you made a mistake and you needed to move it, you can move it to where the line stops. If you look over here, and I can move it down there. If I exit out of this and I leave it like that, it's going to stay on the third slide for Lucas, and I don't want to do that. So I can either move it back, or I can hit this undo button and click undo, and it goes back to the way that it was. To change a text, you can just click on the box, and then you can say, all about Jupiter, if I wanted to. And then but I'm not going to do that because this is Lucas's presentation, but that's one way you could do it. Or actually, this is a copy, so I can. I'm going to say all about Jupiter, and then I'm going to change the font. I just click it. I click, and then I drag the mouse over, and it highlights it. So highlight it. Then you can go up here, and you can change. If I hit plus, oops, it's not what I meant to do. Let me go back to my screen. There we go. If I go up here to the plus, I can make it bigger. I can also go over here to the font, and I can see different font. So maybe I want it impact and I want it really big. I can also change the color of my font. So this is fill color, border color. This is the highlight color. Here is your text color. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to make it red. Okay, and now I have all about Jupiter. If I wanted to, I could even, I think it is, I could put in a border, and now he has a border around all about Jupiter. I can even do background, click background, and I can change the color of the background, and I'll change it to maybe this lighter orange, and then I'll hit done, and now I have a background. If I wanted to go into my table of contents and add maybe a picture, because that sounds fun, I can go into insert, image, the very first one, and then if I click the second one down, search the web, I can click that, and I can go over here, and I can type in Jupiter's rings. Let's do Jupiter's moons. Okay. And then I have, ooh, that's a cool picture. So I click it, and it pops up down here. It says insert. So then I click insert, and there we go. All right. I can now click one of the corners and shrink it down. I can then find where it turns into a little plus. Oops, I don't want to do that. So I'll hit undo. Now make sure I'm clicking on this, and I get that plus sign, and I bring it up here. Now I can insert another text box if I wanted to. Insert text box, and I could click it here and say, and then type in it, say the surface of Jupiter. Now I don't want it over to the left, so I'm going to click it and highlight it, and then I'm going to go back up here to the top, and there's this box right here, and I click the arrow, and it tells me if I want it to the left, if I want it centered within that box, to the right, or just justified. So I'm going to choose center. I always like centered. And then I'm going to click this. Oh, take that back. Click my text box, drag it up. And now I have created a text caption, because a text caption tells you what this photo is about. So on this page alone, I have table of contents, a photograph, and a text caption, which are 3 nonfiction text features. So again, I could put a border around this. There's a text box if you wanted to, insert image, shapes if you wanted to. I believe this one is border weight. So we'll go down here and we'll make it really big. We'll say this is the surface of Jupiter, but I also want a border on my picture. So I click my picture, and I go back to border weight, and I'm going to make it really thick. Whoa, cool. And then I can move this down, and there I have a picture with a cool border, and also a, oh, and I can change the border color. So say I wanted to make it more yellowy to match my photo. Cool, pretty cool. So now again, I have those text features. Then if I go here I have a heading. If I wanted to change this, I just click on it and drag it. And then I could also, up here, I can click underline, underline. I can make it bold, which makes it thick. So if you have those words that you need to know, or you need to put at the end of the book, like average, I could click this and make it bold. Then I can go down here, click on the last slide and do a plus sign over here and add in a slide. Click to add the title. I could also change the layout. So I could change the layout. Let's see. Here you can change all of these different things. I could have a drop shadow. And we'll see how this changes it. So here I'm going to put my glossary, and I'm going to underline it, and I'm going to put it in the center of the box. And then I'm going to change the font to, let's see, I have to highlight that part, to coming soon, and underline it, bold it, and there I have my glossary. And if you see, I have like a blurry thing back there because my drop shadow, but I'm going to make my drop shadow pink, and you can kind of see that. Now I'm going to remove the distance so it's more behind glossary. There we go. You can kind of see that pink back there. But if I wanted to, I'm going to change the transparency so it's darker. There we go. Nice. Cool. And then I can come in here. A glossary tells us what those bold print words were. So what did I do? I did average. So I'm going to type in average, and then I'm going to tell you what average means. So I'll go to another slide and I'll say, what does average mean? Let's see. So it's the, so then I could define it and just say, you know, the amount over time, if I, okay, and then I've defined that word and I've given you a glossary. Position, you can change the position, centered. Okay, you can do all of these fun things. Let's see if we can add in insert image, search the web, and I'm going to click this one, insert. And then, oh, look at, these are the 4 Galilean moons of Jupiter. So if I was talking about the moons, this would be a cool photo to put on that page. And then I'm going to hit format options. I'm going to make this, change the size and rotation, close out of that. I can rotate it. I can put the order. I can send to the back. So all my font is over it. I can also click on my photo, go back. And I want to see about making it like transparent. Format options. Let's see, size and rotation. Close out of that. Adjustments. Let's make it really transparent. There we go. Cool. So now I've made my photo transparent, and I could also, let's see if I can make it to the same size as the page. Let's see, position, centered, make it bigger down, and then make it bigger width. And now it like takes up the whole slide. So then I'm going to move it back over. Nope, not that one. Now you wouldn't necessarily do this over the table of contents. And if you did, because look what happens, I lost but what I could do is I could shrink this box down like this. And then I can move it so it's not covering up those words. And then these, this text box, I can shrink it as well and put it over here. And I can also change the color of the font. So then that way it's more noticeable. So then I go to text color right here and I'm going to make it, let's make it white. Okay. And there you go. So again, if I want to add a photo, I can go insert, image. Maybe you have it saved on your computer, you could put here. If not, you're going to click search the web. And then I'm going to type in, I lost it, insert, image, search the web. I'm going to do, oh my gosh, I keep doing that. Don't do that. Search the web. Hit the backspace, not the X. That'll get rid of it completely. Solar system diagram, because one of the nonfiction text features is a diagram. So look, here's a diagram of the solar system. Click on it, insert it in. A diagram is a picture that shows you how something works or is relatable like that. So now we know that Pluto is not a planet. It's a dwarf planet. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click crop image and it lets me crop it. So I'm going to click this side because I want to cut Pluto out. I've cut Pluto out now. And then if I click out, he's gone. Now I can resize it and I can show you the order of the planets. So if I'm talking about maybe on my slide, you know, the order of the planets or how far away it is from the sun, though this would be a great picture to add in on those slides if I wanted to. This has a diagram. This photo is a diagram. It shows you how the solar system works. It shows you the order of the planets. And then it also has labels. So that crosses out 2 nonfiction text features as well. So I wouldn't leave it on this page because this page is talking about the interesting facts. Jupiter has an asteroid belt. So I might want to find a picture of Jupiter's asteroid belt and insert it there. But anyway, I hope this helps. Once you're done and you've figured out all of your pages, then you can go to your table of contents and say, Jupiter is on page 3, what it looks like. Number 4, slide number 4 is the temperature. So you want to do your table of contents last. Fill in this information after you play around and move those slides, because if you play around and move those slides, add slides, delete slides, then your table of contents is not going to be correct. It's going to be off with its page numbers. So this is like temperature, and then you had a bunch of periods, and make sure it lines up there. Okay, oops, I misspelled temperature. So I click and add my E, and I'm done. So anyway, I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate to ask.